I don't do podcasts. The last one didn't go well. They don't even come to life. If I'm to say what is in my mind, they do not go viral.
Sorry. Do you know who poisoned you?
I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
Who do I point?
So at what point did you now adopt Dr. Henry of Abuja?
Dr. Henry of Abuja since
For somebody who is doing tattoo business,
yes.
do you have any tattoos?
I can show you the place.
Where is it? This is Dr. Henry of Abuja. He is a man of the people. He is a notable personality in the Abuja landscape. He's also the general manager of Pharaoh's Hound Tattoos nationwide.
From primary school, my child is dumb. Let's focus on what you love. You just Pharaoh, you just say na tattoo be one line. Then send that boy go abroad. His dad was a billionaire, but the boy was persistent on learning a skill. He paid his tuition to learn. In fact, he forgets what they send and go abroad go read. And now he's the best.
He uses his influence in the sale of real estate and cars and anything sellable, in his words. But then on social media,
If you know, say at times they talk against the government or you are fighting for the poor, there's this approach of intimidation there.
3 important things you have to start doing in this Abuja because I don't know what's happening.
in spite of his efforts, he's not only just lost one but 2 of his TikTok accounts, despite facing near-death experiences. It didn't stop him from enjoying life.
Some people, they just feel that they are big. You are big and you are broke. No. You see, serve. Reward will come.
What does inspection take? What and what do you have to certify before you say, okay, this land is good, it's not give problem in the future?
Almost to make sure. And opposite that, you know, see they safe. You finish. Oh my goodness. You see all those men. They can sell one land for 6 people or let the money swallow. Nothing will happen. I never see who they arrest for land matter. Because one day person will go jail and an agent will first go to jail. See, this life, I just feel one needs to bank on relationship. So many things I've got in this life is just pure to relationship. My first car, a relationship. I told there was somewhere I wrote it. I say there are 3 things I don't want to do. I told God like that. I don't want to pay for any car. The idea is that just have your phone, have your camera ready to talk. Because if you sit at home, the money will not come and meet you.
You grew up knowing your stepfather as your father,
Yes.
Abi. Yes. So, how did you get to the prayer house that made you realize at 25?
Okay. So apparently, I have seen signs from 16. When I was 14, I told my mom, why are we not bearing the same name? Everybody is answering this particular name, but mine is different.
You had siblings.
I had siblings, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First born from my mom. So she was like, there was somebody in the village that needed, ma just put that, no get picking. So it was like, okay, Jerry don't get picking, how can I come in, She was like, she gave my name to the person, let the person, just one cook.
She whined you, eh?
Just they whine me. I was seeing signs, but I couldn't confront, So at that point when I felt very sick, medically they couldn't prove what was wrong. So I knew I have been poisoned. Something was wrong.
What was the first thing? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, but I was managing it for 6 months. Like every end of the month, I was throwing up, blah blah blah, and all that. So they said, okay, let's go to a prayer house before the operation. We went to a prayer house and they did 3 days dry fasting with this pain. 3 days dry fasting. After the fasting and all that, the pastoress or the prophetess, she was like, where is your biological dad from? I said, he's from Edo. They said, no, it's not Edo. Go and ask your mom where your biological dad is from. So I went home. I was like, I'm see how far now. Who will be my father? She said, crying. I said, you've cried. You are crying. Leave these tears. Who is he? She told me. I went to visit him, and so that's it.
How far away was he?
He was just close by. He was in Jos.
He was in Nigeria and he was alive.
Nigeria, alive, hale and hearty, but no issue. He remarried, but no issue.
What did you feel when you first saw him?
I had that feeling of I'm going to meet a billionaire. That billionaire spirit. I gathered my load for 9 months, going to stay with my father. I've not seen him for 25 years.
But you had spoken to him.
I've spoken to him, So that energy. More go relax more. Getting there, I wouldn't say I don't want to use the word disappointment because I don't want to be a good digger. But that was not what I was expecting. So I saw something different. The next, it was like, how many months are you staying? I said, I'm going back the next day. I just want to see you.
With all your load?
With all my load, I just want to see you. My mom has done everything.
Yeah,
provided
actually.
what I wanted and all that. So the next day, to my tent to Israel, I said this news, let's leave it at that. But that is it. That is it.
Oof. Nice story. Do you know who poisoned you?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No idea. Who do I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
Who do I point? Nobody.
And then
Because if I am to look at, let's say if I'm to name everybody, good character and everything, they are, why? So I don't know, I can't tell. So it's from the result was like there was a poisonous substance in my system. So I can't really tell. So what I did, I cut off from everybody. From entirely for like 2 years, I was not mingling with anybody. I was just focusing on work. Work only. I resigned from my former job, went into a new one. In fact, Pharaoh were both classmates in secondary school.
for you? That's sweet.
And he has been there. And in fact, before leaving my job, Pharaoh has been coming through in ways that I cannot explain.
What secondary school do you guys go?
We went to Baptist Model High School, Kaduna. I left command. Then no book like that. I had the book need to enter. So I repeated in command. So I couldn't. I was a prefect.
Yeah.
We started command Suleja, first set. So imagine a prefect repeating a class. I couldn't stand
Couldn't
it.
stay there now.
I know. We leave go Kaduna where we call the Miracle Center. So almost all of us in that school, all of us are miracle picking. We had no day out. We had no day out. So now they will come with ourselves and is this true today?
Oh.
Yes.
But when did you start working with Pharaoh Sound?
I started working with Pharaoh immediately after COVID.
Okay, so
Yeah,
like
that's
2020.
2020. Yeah. Immediately after COVID. Started working with him.
So at what point did you now adopt Dr. Henry of Abuja?
Dr. Henry of Abuja since university days. You know when my mom is a medical doctor, medical practitioner in the military.
Okay.
Yes. So you know when they say what your parents they do, you are supposed to take over. So now medicine they say make I go read. Apply the University of Abuja then. So you know when we had the pharmacy in the house, over in the barracks.
Okay.
So I was already
Doing
prescribing
some medical stuff.
drugs and all that. So Doc already did the name. They have implanted Doc with me and all that. So following gradually, then we applied Cebu, Institute of Medical College, Philippines. So it's just history. So much Oliver adapt. The head, as I say, carry. So the story, it go long, we don't go finish.
Yeah, of course, but apart from your ailments,
Yes.
you for day with your medicine for
I
Philippines.
agree.
For somebody who is doing tattoo business,
Yes.
do you have any tattoos?
Yes, I do.
Oh, because there's no one on your body.
No,
physically.
it's due to you guys have social media rules. I can show you the place.
Where is it?
It's just beside this place here.
Hmm.
But my tummy, it won't be fine on the camera.
So that we'll do it off camera.
We'll do off camera.
I thought you didn't have,
No, I have one to console myself.
You see, if you've always been very, very outgoing and
Yes.
friendly with people, that period where you suspected that you got poisoned? Sorry, I'll keep going back to it
Yeah, no
because
problem, no
it's strange when somebody has a very outgoing character, you're a very likable person, and then it's difficult to imagine that somebody wants to end that.
That is why I can't, even when the result came out that there was poisonous substance in my system, I can't tell, because if I look at the kind of people I follow, I'm very selective, even though I'm everywhere. They don't have that. I feel they don't have that capacity to do that. But is the result wrong? I'm just going with the flows. If it's to me, I would just say it happened naturally. But I can't explain it. That's why I'm like, what's going on? If I'm to go back to the drawing board, say, okay, list how many people been in the house. How? I can't.
They cannot even look like suspects to you.
They are not. They can't. They look like. In fact, they don't look like people who can hang a fly. You know. So that is the problem.
What has that done now to change how you interact with people now? What do you do to
It
try
didn't
and...
really change much. I just hold to myself. You know. Like, I'm the kind of person that I just want everybody to be in my. I love big spaces. I love having 4 or 5 bedrooms. If I have the money now, I can't rent 1 bedroom when I'm staying alone. I like 4 or 5 bedrooms, so I have enough people coming in. But that changed my perspective. I still staying alone. I just have my domestic stuff.
Was that difficult?
It's very difficult. You know, I'm this kind of person. I just like gisting. I can gist for 6-7 hours. There was just my friend Clara. We nicknamed ourselves Ashiri because we can gist about everything. So since then I just had to just stay alone. Then I fell in love with cars, started going for car meets, drifting and all that. Then I met my friend J-Bash. So you know, my spirit was a match for his. So today is history.
Your love for cars, which year was that? When did it start?
It started, let's say 2017.
That's when you started going for those car shows?
Yes.
That's almost 10 years now.
Yes. No, we in fact, we said it will surprise you that since 2010, there's a place called Idu. In fact, from before Idu, they used to do street drifting in Central Mosque. So the road safety and all the police, they were not happy with the situation. So from there we moved to Idu, do drag race and all that. So it's way back. Then 2017, in fact we left street drifting to actual drifting, professional drifting, having professional events like Dark Night event, CTM Moto Fest event and what have you.
Yeah, there's this one that you in April 20th. Was that Just Auto Fest?
Just Auto Fest.
I wanted to ask you if that was like a contest, competition, or just a show, like
just
those
a show to highlight, or will I say to publicize the presence of the resort there, Chillax Resort.
Okay.
So the CEO and owner wanted us to just bring the spirit of drifting to Jos. You know, we didn't publicize the event. We didn't tell Jos we're coming. It was a day to the event. We just posted on our feed that we're coming to Jos, because I was pretty sure they are not prepared for the crowd. Even with the crowd.
Yeah.
They
I wanted to ask
prepared.
you, with the short notice, how was the turnout?
Oh my goodness, it was impressive. The spirit, the ginger, the gas, just was ready for us.
You know, there are several car lovers around, even myself. But the thing is, it seems like it's kind of a closed community.
It's not really.
It's not closed. It's closed. The one in Abuja here too.
Yes, I will agree with you. It's a closed community because meetups, it's within. Okay,
Yeah, you don't really say it
you
on
don't
your
really
status.
see it
or
on your
anything.
status. It's on close Snapchat. Okay, we're meeting here. We're meeting there. Unless you have the paid event before you see everything. You know?
There's this particular location where you guys do, where I see you do that drifting,
Yes.
and that J-Bash's car, that one that only has irons with yellow.
Okay.
You know, I see it almost every day.
Yes.
Is that like a space you guys got just for that, or it's available and you just go there and you use
No,
it?
it's a space we got. We paid for it.
Okay.
We are paying to the federal government.
Oh.
We just come to train. it's not a free space. So it's not easy. So that's why we don't do free events.
Have you learned how to drift?
Yes.
Oh, you're not just
Yes,
passenger.
I'm not just a passenger. I'm a passenger presence.
How does one want, if I wanted to learn, how do I
You
go
can
about
pay
that?
for it. We have the JBash Academy.
Okay.
Yes, you go on the website, you see the various courses and prices. You make your payment and we start.
What's the website?
And www.jbashacademy.com.
That's good information. I just thought, you have to find somebody that knows it, and then they will have to start finding time to give you lessons. But I like how it's quite organized.
Yeah.
And then, aside your position at Pharaoh Sound,
Yes.
what other things are you into?
I'm into real estate. Real estate is broad.
Yeah.
I'm just here. Let me say, I call myself Abuja middleman. I'm a broker. Because, for you to be a master of something, you have to have at least a level of experience, years of experience. So, I won't say I have that level of experience to say I'm a proper real estate person. But it's a gradual process. You start and we deliver.
Well, I believe with your reach, your position is still it's a solidified position because you are the one that will still bring buyers to sellers.
I agree.
So it's essential. It's not as if you don't downplay.
I agree. So I tell people I'm not a car dealer, but I'm always available to sell cars.
It exists. That's remember one video now where you were saying around Obi Kubana's birthday.
Yeah.
You wanted to sell one GLK.
Yeah. Let them come and buy.
Let them come and buy before they go.
They go. They brought the money.
It's not $1,000. It's $100.
$100. Not $1,000 bill. Oh, give me a car. You bring that one in. And you just need to at least 20 pieces or 18 pieces of that $100 bill. You carry the car.
That's $1,800.
No, $18,000. That is 18 pieces of it.
$100.
It's the $100 to buy the
18.
car now. Times 18,000.
No,
it's say God. Hey God, I don't need to go once.
You will lost somebody's car.
Yo, shit. Yeah, so I need like how many pieces of that?
Like 180.
Yes, 180 pieces of that, and it was available on the floor.
I know your advertising style is unique. Anybody that has not seen Dr. Henry's social media, that now reminds me, TikTok.
Yes.
I have a cousin. When we did that tattoo thing, I had a cousin that one time he came to my house and was like, "Do you know Dr. Henry?" He said yes. He said, I used to follow you. He likes your stuff on TikTok, but then he stopped seeing your content.
I banned my account like 2 times. You know what I did? I decided to stop dragging the Nigerian police, dragging federal government. I just do my thing. But if the thing enter my head, I come back. When those you think are backing you will call you to order, say Alpha. I need to,
You don't really drag now. You just call attention to something.
Yes, but it's angering some set of people. I don't know why. So I am not ready for their stress. I'm not ready for 2 times. My account has gone down.
But do you think that's the reason, though?
I know it's not the reason, but I just feel, why is my account going down? What am I posting? Because every time I post about the federal government, I'm seeing account warning on that particular video.
Oh, okay. I understand why you think it's that.
So I just feel, because why that I'm saying, if I'm saying funny stuff, it doesn't go off. When I'm serious about this is what the police did to this is this, account warning.
You see, well, you post a lot of like security tips, hints, and just general information for anybody who needs to know something about Abuja.
Yes.
When you do that kind of content, is that's that kind of thing that's in your mind that you really want to do, or you mostly want to talk about or do you mostly want to talk about you call it dragging the police and dragging
when you want them to sit up. So, but if they are not sitting up, the citizens should sit up.
How can the citizens sit up?
Yes, now there are ways you can sit up. Even though it is illegal, like self-protecting yourself, having like the pepper spray, the dagger. But once they hold you now, they go feel say you be cultist,
That's true.
But we understand the system. That's why we can go scot-free to some extent.
Let me ask your opinion on this thing. I have this opinion. Some of these, like in Benue State,
yes,
there was recently this whole killing spree, and it's not just in Benue State. In different states, it happens. Those outskirts, they will have Fulani or whoever that will come in and just raid an entire. So there's someone I know who lost his father to that thing. Like his mother and his younger sister literally were hiding, and they watched how they putting bullets inside their father. Now, if the thing doesn't come close, it just looks like news that you see on the internet until it comes close to home. Now, I have the idea that every household should be armed in those areas.
Yes.
You know, if the government does not agree to it, perhaps somebody, maybe an NGO or whatever, can arm these communities, like every household, so that if that kind of thing happens, anybody that can fight back, people will not want to fight them.
That's it. Governors have been calling for state security. Now, if you see, as long as the federal government have not approved, you cannot arm yourself. The best you can do is to register and buy your own arm. But how many of these villagers can afford these arms? Even though they know where to get it. Say legally they want to follow the procedure. It's so expensive. The registering, procurement, it's so expensive. But if we want really follow how to get black markets, it's something else. You can go to jail for it, you know. So to me, that is the best form of defense. Arm yourself.
Because the idea of, that's why everybody has nuclear weapons now, but there's no nuclear war because everybody knows that everybody has nuclear weapons.
That is the idea of it.
What's one memory from your childhood that you can remember? What's one memorable memory from your childhood?
How can I remember?
There might be plenty.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, no, but pick one.
Mama and Papa play. Yes, sir. Like I can remember going to the amusement park when I was 7 or so. My mom, she doesn't have that time to. She doesn't have time. So imagine a military personnel, a medical personnel for that matter. We literally grew up on our own. Nobody was available on ground. So imagine she's always absent. What she does, just drop money for feeding. Okay, this is this, and handle yourself. So I don't really have that much experience because I know now stubborn head make me come off house.
They don't nearly kidnap you or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Seeing that you
Barrack boy, and they don't many times. Now many times they for always some money. You get one place they call Aguamada for Abacha barracks. Once you follow that back, I have had like two. You know, we like there's what we call tambo. When truck they come, we go climb for the back just to enjoy the experience, to drop us in front of the barrack. Now we'll follow one buffalo like that, climb. You know, say to me, I felt they were kidnappers. And not my children, the tambo, we go drop for barrack gate. Some of this guy carry us, they go away on the face Zuba road. Now once we jump, the bruises I had on my body. So I think that was the only experience I've had.
You learn lessons. Since that day, did you go again?
No, it's a barrack boy.
Like
We they go back.
We
See, as far they never catch us, they never catch us.
Oh, you fear your mother past the possibility of them carrying you too fast?
Yes, man. Really true, man. That woman pinned me with her 2 leg. Popo you. No. I love that woman. So that was the only experience I can remember from my childhood years.
What about children? Do you have any kids?
I will use the word active. There are some people I don't. You know, there are some information we'll keep secret.
Yeah, no, definitely.
If not, problem. We go to spend more. There's some information like this, and this kind of information feels scatter.
Yeah, things.
Some things.
Yeah, no,
so let's leave it at active.
Other one, no, we'll go come out. Yeah, I wanted to ask about. Okay, let's assume now. We don't know whether you have kids or not, but what's your? If you had children, I've asked this question to somebody on my podcast as well. In terms of education, would you want your child to do school completely, or you want them to face something with their, maybe if they have a talent and they like to play ball or music or something, you want to give them a certain specialization, or you want them to go to orthodox schooling?
I just feel after primary school, that is the first form of education. See, Nami say I stubborn. If not, I didn't know what my mom was pushing me toward was will help me later. When I finished primary school, she said, go do tailoring. There was this guy called Abiola. He was offering it for free.
Really?
I did it 1 week. I said, they are stressing me. My own will send me to go and buy, just be sending you on unnecessary errands. But believe me, if I had absorbed that skill, it will help me today. Because fashion designing is something I wanted to do right from when I was young. But I wanted to do it in a big way as a small boy. For what?
You have to start big.
You start big, all this fancy whole thing. Why would I be going to buy a bar for somebody that I can dash money? All those kind of stuff. So, believe me, from primary school, if my child is done, let's focus on what you love. We can fizzle that in for your secondary school, that this is particularly what you want to face. If you're a school of fashion designing, go fully into it. From secondary school, you push it ahead. It will help you in today's world. I didn't know that there will be this dimension like this. Believe me, skill helps. It pays better. You just Pharaoh, you just say na tattoo be one name. Then send that boy go abroad. His dad was a billionaire. Then in secondary school, and then they see those old Rolls Royce. People wey dey see Pharaoh now we know am. Billy, they died. In fact, the dad is late till today. Some of him things wey don live, they still dey call the phone number. So even when they sent him abroad, the boy here, they say no one read. His younger brother there abroad, he's doing well for himself. So Pharaoh came back from abroad. The mom told him that if you deviate, she don't come on hand. But the boy was persistent on learning a skill. He went into learning this tattooing. He paid his tuition to learn. In fact, he forgets what they send and go abroad go read. Still learning how to tattoo and the act of tattooing and everything.
That is from abroad.
From abroad, then he moved to Ghana. As Ghana small, so they get potentials. So when he got an information that there are people in Ghana that knows this thing, he flew to Ghana. So this, he was doing DJ to feed them. So after they stole the laptop and everything, he went to Ghana and continued. Now he's the best, if not one of the best.
He is the best.
He is the best.
Yeah.
So you see, now skill. I know I manage his finances.
Yeah.
So I can tell you.
How did your work relationship begin?
At first, when I left, I was working with Sapphire. If you know Sapphire, one of the leading brand in perfumery.
Okay, Sapphire.
Sapphire scent. Yes, in fact, I was doing multiple works. You can call me the sales rep. You can call me the GM, the marketer. I was everywhere, Amazing boss. So before we had our downtime and all that. So during that period, I told Pharaoh, I forgot like work with you. But he was like, how does he mix friendship and work? It won't work for him. He said no bluntly and all that. I said, okay. I said, I understand leveraging on people's skills. I told myself, I said, Kai, this guy no go agree if I just come for that because he had the manager doing well for him and all that. I said, okay, I want to learn the art of piercing because I am not interested in tattooing. So he does this body piercing and all that. I want to learn piercing. He said, okay, if I want to learn, fine. So I was coming from my house daily to learn how to pierce the nose and all to his office. Say I need a fear to restart life. I feel they anywhere, start life again. Some people, they just feel that they are big. You are big and you are broke. No. You see, serve. Reward will come. So I understand that service brings reward. So I still learning the act of piercing and all that. So during that period, the pay where staff, the manager they collect, it was like times 4 of where I was coming from Sapphire. And the babe is like this, doing like this and all that. So something happened, Pharaoh fired the babe. And he was in Lagos because he was opening his new studio in Lagos and nobody to manage Abuja. So I was just doing it freely.
Fix yourself.
So I understand managerial skills, I understand reporting and all that. So I understand the field properly from Sapphire. So I was just giving it to him back to back, and it was impressive. He came with the offer. Can you manage for me? So I stayed managing for him for 2 months without pay. So he can just fling one small 200k, 300k, say, oh. And it was like, Alpha, how much can I pay you? I don't know how to pay you and all that. So managing, being friends with him and working for him, I had to shut down the aspect that he's my friend. I said, this is my boss. So that has helped me, shaped me. When he's shouting, yes sir, everything, yes sir, do this, yes sir. And I can't just undermine your authority because I'm working for you. No. Once, if you come for advice, I give you my advice. This is where we can go like this, can go like this. That's all.
So that is how to mix it. A lot of people don't like to mix family with business or friendship with business, but because they don't know how.
They don't know how to do it.
You don't know how to place yourself.
Yes.
So
you need to understand that if you want to remain friends with your boss, you not go respect her for office. And these CEOs, they need their respect. They need to get this work done. If you are this kind of person, because I'm your friend, he's telling me this has to be done. You are the GM. Make sure this is done. Even though I have the power to delegate. You understand? I understand that she's not happy with this. I know we'll go they argue, say because we'll be classmates or friends or this thing, I won't get the work done. That's why I am still working with him. Because he loved my work ethics,
Dr. Henry.
Yes, boss.
Come on. Your life experiences are plenty.
Plenty.
Yes, so you know how to pierce.
Yes, I know how
Even
to pierce.
though you take the managerial position.
Yes, I know how to pierce.
Do you do the piercing yourself?
No, I have a piercing artist.
Okay.
Yes. I have a manager we have like 3 branches, Benin, Lagos and Abuja. We have, in fact, when I came in fully, there is one thing I understand from my former business. I don't joke with old timers. If I'm coming to a new space, I'll do all my possible best to have old timers fired.
Really?
I swear to God.
The people that have been there for long, you mean?
For long. I'll fire you. I'll fire you. Not that you are not good at your job. Yeah. I just feel there's this entitlement mindset they carry. I've seen it. Business. I've worked with Airtel. I've worked with Airtel Nigeria. I have my employment letter here. If you want to see.
What does it? Let me see.
DSA. Let me just type it for you. Let me go to my email.
Okay.
Airtel Nigeria.
What's the experience you got from Airtel with old timers that taught you that?
No, Airtel, I didn't have the capacity to fire and hire.
Okay.
So I was just the DSC, Direct Sales Executive, DSC.
Okay.
So a lower position. But I have seen their limitation, their weaknesses and all that. Same thing with Sapphire, I've seen it and all that. So when I came into Pharaoh, oh my goodness, all staff did not survive under me. Sorry to say, if they see this, they did not survive under me because there's one thing I understand in business: 20% is for staff, the remaining 80% is for the other. Now, if I can't control that as maybe a new managerial person, the old staff go the bank on the 20% one way or the other.
Yeah.
So I need to understand the loopholes in the business. I understood everything completely. And I know, there's this thing, and there's one thing I did. I made sure I limited the access to the boss. When you have access to the CEO too much,
they will always be going over your head.
They will be going over. You can't have control over them.
Okay, help me check this camera, please. Okay, thank you.
You can't have control over them. They will mess up your business. Your boss will just come from nowhere and be screaming at you. You don't know where it's coming from. It's from those idiots. Sorry to use that word. They will just be saying stuff that are not necessary. There are some things that don't get to. You don't need to. You don't have to make it get to the CEO. Yeah. It's not necessary. That's why I'm there as a GM.
Yes.
I shield most of those things. There are so many things that can go wrong. His job is to make sure the job is done. My job is to bring in money for the company. So why am I giving him that stress? So all stuff that I know that are petty, because I can be very petty, I'll go to your level. We'll become friends. I will love you for who you are. You will love me for who I am. We will tell ourselves things. By the time I pinch you, you won't believe it.
And that's the sense in it. You have to establish that chain of command.
Yes,
so
very important. Because
yeah.
I have this military background. I just use the military way of life to handle my business. And it's perfect. In the military, there is no. Yes, sir, yes, sir. So I'm applying it to not everything, because the system will, you see, if we were to use the military system of government to handle, nobody goes survive.
But I like the military system of doing things. I mean,
Yes.
I think it's very effective.
Very, very
I
effective.
think it's very effective. I like it.
Very effective. Once, imagine I'm paying you to work. I will send you to, because the load is heavy. You want me to pay for another person to come and for what? I give you the order. If you are not ready, I fire you. So it's very effective. Zombie mode.
So with real estate and cars, basically the whole middleman thing.
Yes.
How did you get into that? You told me the story, but I want us to hear it again.
Okay.
How did you get into that? What other things are you looking to?
Okay. It's say there are times we don't commission like this, make you go the pepper people we don't buy land.
No, you did something for them.
Yes,
It's not
you understand.
something.
So they should understand the 5%.
Yeah.
So I was in my car. I won't mention what was involved. So I was in my vehicle and I got a call from a friend. He was like, "Henry, he needs a land, ASAP." I was like, "I don't have any land though." I was sitting with Jeba just kicked me. Bam! Say off that car. Off God. They say we get person land there. Just call so person. So I said, okay, but this person and my friend, he said this is their price they are selling it. We don't have business in what they are selling. Our own is that give us our commission, our cut. So as you may have it, the land was going for 42 million naira. 42 million naira. First day we came, inspected the land. The next day, the client bought the land for 42 million. Our commission, the person was like, okay, since we're just starting, 4 million naira. 2 million to Jay, 2 million to me.
Shay.
Oh boy, what are you saying? Real estate? No, we don't come. So that was the beginning of it. And we just one video we did about it. Believe me, we started getting calls the following week. Another person came. They needed land in Kuje. The land was, I think, 3 hectares.
Okay.
3 hectares of land. They were pricing 200 million. So they beat the price down to 100 million. They say from both parties it will be 5%. But the party where she was land, they reached 6. So from my own party, now just me and my guy too. Now we say, oh yeah, una go handle with your own people. 6 of una go and collect 5% from there. Who will collect 5% from here? 5% of 100 million is 5 million. 2.5.
Once you see that line of income,
Yeah.
you're going back.
My brother, now but the stress involved in getting land for somebody, your fueling will go in for it. At times, people want to see that you are involved in the selling process. You are involved in. They don't want to just see plain land. They want to see you making video. You have seen the land.
Yeah.
You have accredited the land. So at times now you see me driving to Suleja, driving to Kuje to inspect the land for a client. It's not really easy. And my brother, will they find money to buy loss?
What does inspection take? What do you have to certify before you say, okay, this land is good, it's not give problem in the future?
You have to, there's what we call ages. They have FCDA, you verify with them.
Okay.
There's window search and all that. You can bring in your lawyers to do the search and all that to make sure. And opposite that, I see they safe. You oh my goodness, you see all those men in Kuje side, they can sell one land for 6 people, collect the money, swallow, nothing will happen. I never see you they arrest for land matter. They are see, this my small experience in land. If no be say the money sweet like that, and no be something you have to lie enter, because one day person will go jail and an agent go first go to jail. I dey tell you my brother.
What was one dangerous situation you've been in? If you never had a problem, then which one don't take you close?
The one way don't take me, it's not really take me close to. I saw I don't know how God they remove me from problem. So I was supposed to be the one to market the land to the client. Same property, but another agent show the client the property. So now the money has been paid and all that. They came and when they went for search, the papers was complete, everything was complete. But the Google pin, the pin of that land was not supposed. It was a different plot, like plot A and plot B. What they sold to the client was plot B, and that plot B is for somebody's land. He's not ready to sell, but the initial plot we're supposed to go for purchase now plot A, and plot A gets lake view, get all those things, but plot B no get that. But how would they do it? Client who get plot B say me dem refund, me dem comot, scatter all this thing, make the person go back to plot A and all that. So I know I enter that kind of situation, and me the only one wey paid me for this. Well, like I've seen a property. The owner of the property say he wants 500 million. He wants 600 million for the property, or 500 million for the property. Agent say Moku put out for 1 billion. I'm just new to the game. He said they go buy for the 1 billion. Property that's owner of house is giving, and the owner is just calm. 500 will they put for 1 billion? I just posted on WhatsApp. I didn't take it to Instagram. I didn't want anybody to drag me. So a client of mine abroad saw the property, was like, okay, I'm interested. I'm sending somebody to come and negotiate on the property. So they negotiate everything to 600 million. Now, owner of house there want 500 million. I think 100 million go there for agent to do. So okay, on the discussion on the client say no, na my personal account they have to pay and make payment.
The whole thing. So where God can help me, which I don't learn my lesson, I for just let them play like that. My account, I gave an OP account instead of maybe a current account or what have you. So the lawyer no gree pay inside OP. Now, owner of the person I wanted to buy was like, okay, he's telling the owner of the house that I'm paying the full money this evening, that nothing. So, say anywhere I go, I feel I did look for all this domestic stuff, I did sort them. So one of them was like say they won't convert me for the deal. That 100 million, they won't give us 10 million, we could share from 100 million. How do you give me 10 million to share from 100 million? But now I scatter deal. I say, ma, there's problem in the house. If you go and no deal. And she trusts me, she trusts my job. She left it.
And she see the story later, but she don't go buy somewhere else. I say, but I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, it's good. They will not mess with you like that.
No. They called me this time and said, well, I brought the house for 450. I'm marketing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What lessons do you have now for somebody that wants to, if I want to, for somebody that's watching and wanted to go into real estate that wants to start selling things, not just land, cars and stuff like that, what kind of principles?
See, the idea is everything is sellable. Because the world we live in now, if you are not selling, you are either buying. So just do it. The idea is that just have your phone, have your camera ready to talk. You understand? Because if you sit at home, the money will not come and meet you. You can leverage on others. Me, I just believe in leveraging. You can't just start independently. I feel go just you this guy don't do the system. I have so many of my friends, they are already in the system. AY Flow, Oakleaf, J Pro, they're already in the real estate system. I feel even Akali Homes, I feel just Alpha. You get any brief, just default to me. Let me be reposting. Yeah. Anyhow, percentage sharing. As you see, they know I don't joke in my percentage. So just look for those that are already key players and key in. That is it. You don't need to start you with your 200 followers. You go see person wey just like your vibe. Do you know some people don't, not that they want to buy, they just like the way you bring things to life. They just like the way you vibe. They just want to just patronize you because it's you.
Yeah, because it's you.
You know, I know how many people that have bought cars just because it's me. You know, but the money I know understand. The problem with this unreal money, you don't know what you know. You won't start project like this, don't finish. It is not for I.
Yeah, well, you know, if you continue like that, one day you see the deal that will
Yes,
change
sir,
your
I
life.
agree with you. I agree with you.
That's how it is.
I agree with you. Yes, sir.
So, there's one thing we do. It's a
Yes.
closing tradition on this podcast.
Yes.
You will tell us one life advice,
Yes.
but you write it. You will not tell us. There's a book here, you write it.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Thank you very much.
No
But
problem.
before we go, is there anything else you have to say?
Nothing much. I just want to appreciate you guys. Good life.
Good living.
Good living. Why am I swear.
I believe with you. This thing
The
is
thing pain me. But it's still good life. Good living.
Yeah,
you know,
it
Good
represents
Living
good life.
podcast. I appreciate you guys, you know. This is my first podcast. What do you call it? Podcast.
podcast.
I don't do podcast. I hardly, the last one didn't go well. You know won't come to life. Because if I'm to say what is in my mind, believe me, you go they do not go viral like that. But I appreciate you guys, you know. See, this life, I just feel one needs to bank on relationship. So many things I've got in this life is just pure to relationship. My first car, a relationship. Now who I do friend with, purchase my first car, you know. I tell people, even my first rent, I don't pay rent. I told there was somewhere I wrote it, I say, there are 3 things I don't want to do. I told God, I don't want to pay for any car. I don't want to pay rent. I just want to just live the good life, and it's happening. I don't pay rent. The company I'm working for pays my rent fully, and I'm staying in like the heart of Abuja. And I appreciate him for that. Some of the good cars I've driven, I was driving before I sold it, and this E350 sedan 2014. I did not pay for it, 1 naira. Came as a gift. E350 coupe. Ambassadorial gift. Come and market this. It came as a package. The leak I know I paid for is just my E350 coupe. And that one is one savings that I just paid for it. I was driving a 2014 C300 black engine. I did not pay for that car. There is one of my very good godson, Welt. His name is Welt. He paid for it. The car I paid for was my Camry muzzle, my Camry pencil light, all this, my what do you call it?
Corolla.
No, I've driven a Corolla. That one was a company Corolla. My metrics, I didn't pay for it. My C300 came as a gift because of relationship. So I've just been leveraging on the relationship, and that is it.
So it's people.
It's people. I'm people oriented. I don't joke with people. In my former life, I was joking with people, but I don't joke with people. In fact, this level of finances I've broken into. There are some certain people, if I don't know, I can't break into it because they encourage you daily, you know. So that is it.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast. You've been very, very good.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Keep in touch. Thank you.
Welcome. Active.